Um, one of the things that a lot of us have been doing during the break is learning new things to do because we're at home a lot more than we're used to because we can't get to school and do other fun things. So, one of the things that I learned how to do, and this sounds really weird, is I learned how to fix traffic lights. Where you have the green for go for cars and yellow for slow down and red for stop. Well, the little town that I live in Indiana, we have a traffic light, but we've had a whole lot of wrecks where that traffic light is. And they found out that the reason is the traffic light, excuse me, is messed up. And so they asked me if I could figure out how to fix it. So that's why I learned how to fix traffic lights. And so I went to look at the light and I found out that the reason that there were so many accidents is the lights were in the wrong order. And so I said, well, that's easy to fix. We'll just take the light bulbs out and we'll put them back in and make sure we get them in the right order. Now, which one goes on the bottom? It's the green, right? So we'll put the green bulb in first, and then the yellow bulb goes in the middle, and the red bulb goes on top. And so I said, give me my $200. I fixed your traffic light. So they gave me $200 and I went home. Well, the next day they called me up and they said, we want our $200 back. And I said, why? And they said, because people are still having accidents. The traffic light still doesn't work. And I said, that's impossible. I fixed it. Look, it's just right. Wait a minute. What happened? It's still all mixed up. And so the cars were still bumping into each other because nobody knew what to do. Inside of us, we all have our own little traffic light. And it helps us control our behaviors and our thoughts and our words and how we treat other people. And we need to make sure that it's set up to work correctly. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. When we're making decisions of what to do or what to say, we need that traffic light to help us know what are the good actions, the go actions, the green things to do, the things that will make us happy, make other people happy, and help all people get along together really good. And those are all good things to do that we can do anytime we have a chance to. And I call those our go actions and thoughts and words. And we need to make sure they go in the right place on our traffic light that we have inside of us to keep us from having accidents and making mistakes. Now, some of our thoughts and actions and words, I call them yellow or slow down because they may be good ideas or they may not be, but before we decide, we need to slow down and think about it before we do something so we make sure that it's safe to keep going with whatever we're planning to do. And then some actions and words and thoughts are just red. We need to stop. If we continue doing those things or saying those things, it's only going to hurt ourselves or hurt somebody else. And we need to stop doing those things. And when we have our traffic light in order inside, we can make the best and most healthy decisions for ourselves. But sometimes, like especially now when we're stuck at home and we can't go to school, we can't go outside as much, we can't do all the things that we like to do, even though we try to keep our actions in control by our traffic light inside of us, they sometimes get all messed up anyway. And this is the way I felt a lot of our break is I felt like the things that I normally want to do and not do get all mixed up and I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. But let's think of some things that we could do to make sure that we have our traffic light in order. Now, I'm not going to even put the cover on this time so we can make sure we get these things back in the right order. Now, let's take, for example, while we're at home today, what are some green actions that we could do? Well, we could get some of our schoolwork done. We could go to the choice boards and get some of that done. That would be a good green action to do. Maybe we could help around home. Maybe we could help clean a room or help cook dinner or help clean up after we eat or do something nice for our mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever it is we're living with right now. Those would all be great go actions. We can do those as much as we want to, anytime we want to. And then there's some slow down things. What if your brother or sister is getting into your stuff and using it without asking? Well, we might want to yell at them and fuss at them. Or maybe we need to talk to them about saying, I don't mind if you use that, but let me know or ask first. So that's something maybe we need to slow down and think about. How's the best way to handle it to solve our problems? And then what are some red actions, some things we need to make sure we stop doing or stop saying? And going back to our example of our brother using our stuff without asking, well, if we run up and punch him, that's a stop action. We need to stop that thought before it becomes an action. Or if we go up and just yell at him and call him all kinds of mean names, that's another stop thing. We need to come up with a better plan before we do those things to keep ourselves and everybody else safe and happy. But you know what? I'm not going to even put the red in there right now. Because what we're going to do is we're going to think about how do we get rid of some of those red feelings. Because they're going to happen. And it's not bad when they do. But we need to make sure we keep them under control. And so I have this little box here. This just got a little clown, it's empty inside, just a little clown picture on the front. And what if we took the red, those feelings that we need to stop, and just put them down in that little clown box like that. And the clown, you know, it's kind of silly, it's kind of funny, it's kind of fun. Clowns like to play. All those are great ideas to help us calm down those red feelings when we're having them. We could do something silly. We could watch or read something funny. We could go outside and play. We can find all kinds of ways to help us get those red feelings back under control. And before you know it, they'll be gone. And once we remember to do those things through practicing our breathing like Miss Reynolds was just showing us, we can get that internal traffic light that we have inside working so that we don't have accidents and don't cause problems for others. And we'll know when our feelings and our actions are go. It's great to do. It's whenever you want to. We'll know when to slow down and think about what we're going to do. And we'll even know when to stop and make sure that we come up with a better plan. So I hope this helps you guys think through a little bit about some of the things that we may be doing or feeling during this time. And remember, always try to think of those go actions. And always slow down if you're not sure. And always find a way to stop when those bad thoughts or bad words or bad actions start wanting to come up. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Causey.